Hi guys, this is Nikki, also known as Faces Trader, and you're watching the December 2, 2020 Awesome 10X live market update for the Philippine market. Let's begin. So let's watch first the market, 7,080 points, up 71 points, up 1%. What happened in the market? Let's take a look at your index again. So market value is 8 billion pesos, advancers 108, decliners 116, foreign net selling is 280 million. You've got some winners and some losers, just a few winners. Let's take a look at your winners for the day. JG Summit is up 5%, closing at 72. Your SM is and Ayala Land and Ayala Corp are hanging at those upper resistance areas. You've got your SM 1030, Ayala Land 40 bucks, Ayala Corp 849 pesos, your SM Prime is 38.2. The other banks also are still strong. Your Metro Bank is 49.2, Security Bank 123.5. Your AEV is 45.75. Your Globe is back to 2,000. Your RLC 17.7. DMC hanging by a thread 5.69. Avoid this power 26.3. MPI, GT Cap, steady 620 and 4.23. Pure Gold 42.15. AGI still steady 999. RHI 69. Emperador 10. BPI 80. Luciatan Group 13.5. Meralco 300 approximately. First Gen 2825, Megaworld 385, Bloomberry 8.7, San Miguel Corporation 132.8, Telephone 1360, BDO 104, ICT 121.9. The only index named there at support is, or near support is BPI. The rest are steady. So either they're near resistance or they're just neutral. No, it's 50-50, more of like parang they can go up, they can go down. Let's take a look at your stats today. Take a look at your stats. Top gainers first. Okay, top gainers with volume. Your Lopez group is up 20%. So that was your delisting tender offering. So the market pricing it in 50 million pesos up, 20% up. Your First Philippine Holdings also 66.2, up 10%, 73. Likely a move related to Lopez Holdings. The rest, let's take a look. The bigger entities that are up. JG Summit up 5%, 72.25. What else is up with volume? Your BSE is up 5%, 0.305. Your D Totalco is up 6.69, 3% up to 6.69. Your PXP is also up 4% to 13.22. The rest are very small values. Okay, let's take a look at as well on your worst losers. Worst losers with volume is Mega Wide. So from 991 falls to 919. Sharp fall. So that means that the 10 bucks is a really, really huge resistance for Mega Wide. 262 million on the sell-off. You've got a big sell-off on your tech, 45 million, 668. You've got a big sell-off also. Well, not really big given the volume is not that big. However, 14 million all HC, 16 million, very small profit taking lang, I'd say. From 318 to 305, Petron 412 to 397, those are profit taking moves. You've got some sellers on Converge from 16 back to 15.48, down 3%. So you still have those sellers at 16.8. So it's in a steady neutral range. So Converge is in a neutral box. Your Macro Asia is down, so 3% from 805 to 7.8. Some profit taking right there for Macro Asia. Nickel Asia also some profit taking from 480 back to 466, down 2%, 2.92%. Okay, so other than a really massive sell-off on the Mega Wide, the rest are mostly just profit taking, it seems. Most active, okay, most active names, your BPI 600 million. Yesterday was 1.1 billion. So the most attractive name actually in the most active space would probably be BPI. BPI and the value turnover is the larger entity to see a support, whether 79, 80, 77. These are areas for picking up. So the rest, mild lang. Your video 104, it's not in the support, but it's not in the resistance zone, so it's nowhere. Mega Wide, large drop. So this one can still continue follow through downward. What else? Ascent 623, wala eh. It's just profit taking there. Yeah, so the market is still waiting for a larger drop, or actually it's more on the nowhere zone. It can go higher, it can go lower. It's in the 50-50 zone. Except, of course, for your Globe 2000, your TEL was 1,300 a few days ago, so that one already is at support. So that one got picked up. What else? Top traded. Let's take a look at the top traded. Other than BPI, okay, banks, BPI, BDO, top traded. Merimart, Asen are just being profit taken. So it's just steady at 6. What else? Not a lot of movement actually. So there's not a lot of movement in the market. You could see that it's in the nowhere area. So let's take a look at your commentaries, if any. Okay. Can we expect Macro Asia to test 7.2 again? Okay, let's take a look at that. It looks like Macro Asia is in a tight range from about 7 to 10. We haven't rallied to 10 yet, so it can consolidate. I do think that it is potentially possible. So recent low was 7.2. The question was, can it retest that 7.2 again? It is not impossible given that some people who bought below 6 could actually be profit taking here from about 7.8 all the way to 8.3, 8.8. So I'd say that it's in actually this level of $8, 8 peso. It can go either way. It can go 7, can go up. So this is more of the bullish bias is there. The drops would be bought. However, it is, yeah, you cannot give a real probability judgment here whether it goes down or goes up. Any can happen. Anything can happen. So I'll put the expectation for Macro Asia to test 720 again. It's 50-50. You've got a 50% chance for it to retest. Hi, Awesome 10X. Hi, also Harold. Okay, Cebu Pacific, PLC, BDO, Kapit lang. So most of them are actually just in that nowhere zone. Nowhere meaning it's not a resistance, but it's neither a support. So here at about 50 pesos, you really are in a zone where it can consolidate. When you are in a consolidation, equilibrium yan. The sellers and the buyers are almost equal match up. Unless like the sellers really sell it down, you've got more buying action. But if the buyers really break that 51, that's the only time that you could really see a definitive move. So it could actually consolidate at these levels right now. PLC is also in that consolidation zone. So 41, 42 looks like, yes, there are some buyers there. However, 44 is still that current short-term high. But the bias is bullish actually for most of the market because of course this uptrend has already started. The problem lang is we don't know if it will consolidate for a month, a week, 2 weeks, or 2 months, etc. So SEB, PLC, Macro Asia, almost similar. Let me take a look. BDO is the question too. BDO, yeah, it's also in that nowhere zone. When I say it's in the nowhere zone, it isn't a sell, but it neither is a buy. Why is it not a buy? Because at 104, it can also go down to 99, 99, 100. So these are your higher areas, right? 98.30. So you've got these 101. But also it can go higher, 109 to 110. So even further on. So I think like most of the people, the reason why the volume is quite absent is just because there are buyers, but there also are sellers. So it's not in that, you're not in the super definitive buy zone, and neither are you in the super definitive sell zone. Nona is asking, if I have 30,000, which index stock can I get? I only have one index in my portfolio. So far, the index name that's probably in the near support stage is probably BPI. So probably wait if BPI can fall back below 75 or even just here at 79. So there's a very strong support at 75. I just don't know if it really falls there. So let's see. Good day. Thoughts on Sun? Can I hold this as a long-term investment? Sun is speculative, but it has that good risk reward if you really have that stock at a good price. So, of course, at 1.26, people are speculating that this it's a informed speculation because SunTrust has already officially given. There's that given notice that SunTrust Home Developers is gonna be Sun City. The Macau related company is gonna come into SunTrust Home Developers for that casino play. So I don't know if it's gonna go 5 pesos someday, but I think that the long term wise, there's those plans. I just don't know, does it merit at times 3, times 4 at current levels? You might need to want to wait it out, hold on to it if you have it. So far naman, it seems to be trending up. So just let it be. Just hold on to it. SSI might need a catalyst to move faster. Well, SSI is truly a shopping-related name. As you know, SSI is, of course, a retail company, whether it be department store reopening and all the holiday season. You've got these resistances at 208 and 248. And very strong support if it falls man. It's gonna have a lot of support at 150 area, 148, even this 160 area. So right now it's just in the flag. It's I'd say that it can stay languishing for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We don't know. It can go up as well. However, this isn't a sell. It's just in the neutral zone. It's just you don't know whether it goes up, goes down. It's just waiting. It's waiting. Mega wide has a strong selling front. This one, I think, is getting bothered by all of the government-related proposals. So this one might be taking a bigger drop than expected. So you could see that the 10 is a very strong rejection here, very strong rejection again at 9.8. So with these strong rejections, I'd say that these might even drop to 850 in the next couple of days. Very strong. Even if it doesn't go down, you do have the selling pressure 1028 and 938. So probably with these types of selling pressure, I would I would vote that Mega Wide has more sellers than buyers. Okay, Merry Christmas to all of you. LC and now, please. LC, let's take a look. Okay, we haven't covered any of the mining related names. LC seems to be sleeping 3 months, 6 months. Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen here. Looks like just yeah, just sleeping at these levels. I guess you'd have to check what's happening on the gold side. Let's see. But actually, I'm not sure if people are really gonna play LC as a gold play. Most likely, the volumes are already telling you that nobody is taking a look at it. So the fact that it doesn't have that most active zone or top 10 zone tells me that it's not gonna probably react even if gold rose 5 to 10% overnight. So right now gold is I think just consolidating, so it's 1800. So just asleep, no? From 2000 to 1800, most gold names are just consolidating. And of course, this is still in an uptrend long-term zone. However, the difference is that LC has never really represented gold as a correlation play. So I think like um, if you really trade gold, best to trade gold, not LC. Now let's take a look at now. Let's see. Now is always in the volume. In fairness, it is most actively traded, and year to date has rallied from as low as 1 to as high as 6, diba? 639. This one is consolidating nowadays, so it's neither a buy but it's neither a sell. I think like in the next 2 months or 3 months, you just have it continuously just because it's in current path like this, so you don't know whether it goes sideways for a long time. So this can go sideways for a long time. I don't know if it's gonna break out. Looks like a sideways play for now, Corp. SPLC a buy now. You've got the buyers 40 cents, 40 cents nearby. There's a lot of buyers. Vista Land po, Ma'am Nikki. Okay, let's take a look at your Vista Land. Vista Land. Vista Land is quite sleeping here. It was a laggard, then consolidated, just like all property names. However, I think like for this name, right now, the index here at about 7,080 to 71 seems to have lost its momentum. So it's actually just sleeping right now. So if you have it, you can hold on to it, especially if your cost is below 4. Can go higher, of course, can go to 586. I think we are in a zone wherein if you don't have it, you are probably trying to wait for a better entry point. However, if you do have it, you aren't also selling optimally because you aren't clear if that is the resistance. So there's really we don't see a clear buyer and seller here. It's in the most of the market action is neutral. Okay, mom, I just bought SEB for the long term until the vaccine arrives. I want to hold it as long as the airlines industry are stable. Yes, you can do that, but we would say that you have to be a little bit patient when you're doing that. You and I both know that Cebu Pacific right now is trading at a significant discount versus its last maybe 5 to 10 year average. However, the buying opportunity on Cebu Pacific will only translate to positive returns, as you said, until the airlines industry are stable, until the reopening pandemic truly happens in the next couple of months or years. I do think that I'm on the opinion that actually Cebu Pacific is gonna be profitable. So we actually argue to buy SEB. We've been arguing to buy SEB for quite a while now, the travel industry. So from about 39 below, but even at 44 and even at current levels of 47 to 49, I'm not really thinking that it's a sell, mainly because you're right, it's a pure play on a potential reopening, but it's gonna take a while. So it's yun nga. So that time frame is something that the market will be the one to determine. Is M wide a buying opportunity? Looks like there's more sellers for M wide. Even if you bought today, you've got a lot of selling pressure at 9.3 to 10.3. Any thoughts about Holcim? Holcim doesn't seem to have a lot of activity as well. So I think like this one is less actively traded. Probably can't say much. So usually even a laggard, if it's not actively traded, might have a hard time to really rebound. So can't say much. Just doesn't register a lot. Right now, so now I already answered. It looks like just in the nowhere zone. So it could actually be sideways for a long time for now, Corp. What do you think of APC? It's a liquid, yes, but chart-wise, APC has been rising for quite a while. But you're right, it's too illiquid that I'm not sure if the chart can be trusted. So when the charts are very, even if it's going up, if its volume is very small, charts can't be trusted on something like this. You've got these resistances. So 44 cents resistance, a lot of resistance at 64 cents. We don't have a clear bias to know what's going to happen. It's just been sideways for the last 5 years with 44 cents and 64 cents as a resistance. Looks like that's like the likelihood for APC. Mega World has resistance at $4, very strong support 330 below. At 385, it's in the nowhere zone. Can go higher, can also go lower. Double Dragon and Seb. Double Dragon is currently in the lower zone, so that one is at least in the support area. Seb is actually in the neutral zone right now. BDS here at 12, sorry, at 14. So it's nearer the support rather than resistance. So this one is more on the support. However, take note, there's a lot of resistances, 18, 19, 20, all the way to 25 to 30. So, yeah, so this one is in the consolidation zone. I guess some people will buy this given that it's very low. And then, of course, they're looking at these resistances, 17, 19, 21. The other question was, ano yun? Cebu Pacific answered already. Nickel or FNI? How about FNI? I'm planning to hold it till they start the Bataan Steel Plant Q1 of 2021. FNI and nickel have been on a tear. However, the current levels right now are just consolidation. So I think like it can go higher, but there's a lot of resistances. If my memory is correct, FNI has a lot of selling pressure, 210 to 250. Lot of selling pressure there. So it's good for the people who have it cheap, like maybe below 130. But if you're entering within these levels, you're not at the optimal point here. So it can go higher, it can go lower, 50-50 yan. Nickel Ref and I, both of them are in the 50-50 zone. They can go higher and go lower. Do you have any idea why some people are trying to associate Euromed with COVID vaccine news? I'm not so sure why. But I think like the COVID vaccine news has been Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna, mm, mostly yon. I'm not quite sure about the other stuff. Also, thoughts on tech, please. Looks like a lot of sellers. So probably just a trading range, but not something with a clear bullish bias. So you have some selling pressure on tech near 8, right? So lots of, it's just mostly, ano eh, um, it's been a technical call, no? Its support is at 6, rallied up, consolidating here. It can go higher and go lower. At these levels, you really don't know it. You just have these clear resistances at about 8 peso. Dito po. Dito has selling pressure at 7. Went up today, but I'd say that that is sideways eh. Can we trade Roblox soon using WhatsApp platform? No, you can't. You need to open an account abroad for US accounts. For US, you need to open interactivebrokers.com, interactivebrokers.com, or even your, well, I use Interactive Brokers, but I guess it's allowed in E-Trade, in Charles Schwab. I'm not sure if eToro has Roblox. Like a lot of people said that eToro lacks a lot of awesome 10x picks. So most of the IPOs and SPACs are really great companies to be investing in ahead of the curve, ahead of the pack. So I don't know if it's listed in eToro. However, Roblox is gonna be listing in most U.S. brokerage firms. So as long as you have an U.S. brokerage firm, you can buy some Roblox. What about Apex aside from gold, my oil catalyst? Yeah, that one has been moving up. You're right. The nice thing about Apex is that it is twofold. You've got gold, you also have oil. In the last 6 months, it has been sleeping from about 232 to 184. The good thing is, of course, it rallied from one. This one is more, I'd say that this one is more in tandem. I'd say that if you really want to play the gold play, this one fits that better. Plus, you've got the kicker yield on oil, just like what happened with PXP. So you saw PXP actually rise below above 13. So this is a bullish front for PXP. So I'd say that I'd agree with you with the Apex call. I think those are the few names in the market that can actually go higher with a more clearer bullish bias. So Apex, Felix Petroleum looks okay. San Miguel Corp is a strong uptrend in my view. However, right now consolidating. So right now at 132, it's there, it's in a bullish flag, but the problem is I don't know how long this flag will be. It can go higher 150, but it can also just languish in the next 2 months or next 2 weeks. So like flags are, you cannot determine the definition of a flag. Sometimes a flag just lasts 5 days, sometimes it lasts 3 months. So yun, there's a lot of questions. I'll take the last few questions na lang. I can't read that anymore. Di ko mabasa yung comments. New comments. Di ko mabasa. Di ko mabasa yung kay Mario Castro. What's it? What do you think about Hugo's Way on MetaTrader 4? Hugo's Way, I don't know who they are. I'm sorry, but I can't answer something I don't know of. San Miguel Corp and Robinson's Land Corp. Robinson's Land is fine. Robinson's Land, I think, is just in an uptrend. However, this is a laggard. So just like most of the charts, most of these are just sleeping right now. So we're actually encountering a price wherein the market is neither bullish but neither bearish. So we can consolidate, like Robinson's Land is a laggard right now. It can go higher to 21, 22. However, it can just stay as is within that below 18 peso zone. So what you are clear about is that it has rallied from 14 to 18. You need a lot of days to determine whether we are going to go higher. So we're clearly in the neutral zone today. Okay, guys, at 7,080, you're neither a bull, neither a bear. I think like that's really the most that we could say today. Thank you very much, guys. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Bye-bye.